So we have this force within us that wants to succeed, that has magic in us, right? But we also have our brain that is always critical. It wants to go to the negative. It's always telling us we're not good enough. You can't make it. It's too hard. You're not going to amount to anything. All our flaws that we have. And then we have our ego that is trying to protect us as well, because it doesn't want us to repeat the same mistakes as the past. It doesn't want to see us hurt. So it's always telling us, that's not safe. You can't do that. Be careful. And on top of it, with our mind telling us, you're not good enough and things like that. And then another whammy we have is our autonomic nervous system, which is in that flight mode, right? So it's always going to want to either run or fight. So we have a lot of forces against us, even though we want to succeed and be successful and want abundance. And then an underlying thing that we have when we carry is our blueprint. We have a blueprint. We all have a blueprint of what we think life should be like, what we want to have in our life, how we think our life is going to play out. So, a lot of us are taught as we're young, or my generation anyway, and I think still now, is to be successful, to have that successful job, and to have that family, and have that big house, and have that good car, right? So that's what we're thinking in the back of our mind. So we have a lot of forces that are kind of resisting us to do anything different or change or put ourselves out there or take a risk. And then in the external world, we have all these people that are opinionated and want to tell us what we should do and how to live our life, and that we're wrong and our ideas suck and all that stuff. We have those pressures of that. So we have a lot of things to work against, but still inside we have that fire and that flame and that desire to succeed. Our dream from when we were born, when we were incarnated into this world, telling us, you have this mission to do, and you have this burning desire within. So we have a lot of forces that can keep us, kind of confused and can kind of stay buried within. But the trick is that we have to somehow rewire our brain to be able to get to that. I know I'm going to be successful, and this is my purpose, and I'm going to have abundance, and I'm worthy of abundance. So we have to have that shift of where we can quiet that critical mind, and we can keep that fight or flight instinct at bay, and we can keep our ego from preventing us to move forward. And we have to rewire that brain to say that no matter what, I'm going to succeed, and I'm going to have this, and I'm going to do what it takes, and I'm going to have that faith to keep moving forward. So rewiring that brain, we have to start changing things up, doing things different, pushing ourselves against all those forces. So it is a challenge, but I know you're capable of it, and we have to be able to shift that energy and even remove negatives and things that don't align to us, and toxic things out of our life. And a lot of it too is the things we ingest into our body, and that can be our food, which is another thing with the way the society is set up. It's set up for quick meals and things that are easy and things that taste good, and they add all these additives to it. And then we have our everything around us is spewing negative, like the news is throwing negative energy on us, and some of the music's negative, and all this stuff. So we feel like we can be buried sometimes, but somehow we have to get out of that energy and rewire that brain to know that we are capable of doing this, and that we're going to succeed no matter what all those obstacles are. So we have to start changing our mindset. We have to start changing our routine, letting go of bad habits and creating new ones, because habits are things that we have done consistently over time. So we have to somehow shift all that energy and get to that mindset where we're going to be that higher self person that we want to be, that's buried it within, and we have to start living that life and rewiring our brain to believe that. But the good thing is that we have that burning desire within, and we want that success, we want that abundance. So that can trump everything. You just got to refocus and rewire that brain.